Good evening and welcome in. Everybody loves a good streak. The longest streak of a video game marathon, over 138 hours. The longest streak of running miles without stopping, 350. The longest streak of Snapchatting between two people, 798 days. Can only imagine what some of those entailed. Longest win streak currently in the NFL, the New Orleans Saints. 6 in a row look to become 7 this afternoon against a Buffalo Bills team who had not lost at home all year. We take you out to Orchard Park. Veterans Day is celebrated this weekend, but let's try to keep that going all the time. I have a fun game for everybody to play at home. Kids, come on, grandma, get up, everybody can play. We're going to count these touchdowns out. Ingram on the first two. Alvin Kamara is his friend, so he gives one out to him as well. But Ingram, he doesn't like sequels, he likes trilogies. Number 4 for the team. Drew is 38 years old, right? Everybody knows the arm works just fine. How about those Hot Wheels? Do your calf raises over the pylon, and they would tack on one more after to finish the day with 6 rushing touchdowns as a team, a franchise record. In case you were wondering, the record by a team is 9, set twice in 1922. That's back when passing the ball made people think if you were a witch or something like that. 47 points for the Streakers and a 37-point win. The accolades of the day just keep pouring in. First time in franchise history, they had 2 100-yard rushers and a 100-yard receiver in the same game. They outgained Buffalo by almost 300 yards. They run for nearly 300 yards themselves. They had the ball for 70% of the game. If that's not domination, I don't really know what is. The line for this one was the Saints by 2, so not often you win by 23 times what Vegas gives you, but it was that kind of day. Not every part of today's game was a good time. Running back and special teamer Daniel Lasco suffered a spine injury on a hit he gave out in the second quarter on a kickoff. In the replay, you can see his head going into the hip of the return man. An ambulance arrived and put Lasco on a stretcher. Almost the entire Saints bench surrounded him as he left. He was transported to a local Buffalo hospital. And when we see these things happen, we look for that thumbs up, and that is exactly what he gave us when he left the field. Some good word from the Saints as they say he does have feeling in his extremities, meaning his arms and legs. So hopefully the good news just keeps coming in, and our thoughts go out to him. NFC South foe, the Falcons, were also in action today. Third quarter, Falcons up 3. Ryan back of the end zone, Justin Hardy. Then Ryan again. This time it's going to be a play action, no basketball, but we got a hooper. Austin Hooper in for 6. What a day it was for Adrian Claiborne. Jerry Jones not happy, of course. Nicknamed the Predator from his days at Tampa Bay, and boy, was he preying on Dak Prescott. 6 sacks in this one away from an NFL record. It was a franchise record. 2 forced fumbles as well. Falcons take it 27-7. So we jump to a look at the current division standings where Atlanta is able to stay in the rear-view mirror a little bit of Carolina and New Orleans. The Panthers have a Monday night date with the Dolphins tomorrow night, so some extra interest for Saints fans to keep track of that one. Sundays just seem so much better when the home team wins, and we've had nearly 2 months straight of that here. They go for the Ocho at the Dome next week against Washington. That is some Saints talk for you. Trevor will be the guy talking first when we get back with the final forecast.